Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We have got live tournament action coming at you right now. This is the Let It Ride tournament for the bronze. I'm not bronze. How about let's try the gold and platinum level players. Of course, we let some silver level players in for the mix just a little bit, especially those that we think are really good and can play in this one. But definitely for the gold and platinum players only, as a rule. We are going to be watching our favorite Zerg player, ToxLonely, versus Zentenk, a Protoss. This should be very interesting. We are very familiar with ToxLonely's playstyle. Zentenk is new for me. I have not seen him play yet. Let me shoot out here to the website and see if we can find what league this guy is in. Hold on just a second. Alrighty. Okay, so his name is, oh geez, Zentenk. There we go. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Boy, I sure can't do anything right tonight. Okay, let's try alt-tabbing the correct way. There we go. Zentenk is gold, so this is gold versus platinum. Because ToxLonely is a platinum player. He is a phenomenal Zerg player. He is one of those SC2 guys, hangs out with Alt StarCraft all the time. In fact, he is really one of their casters. So he is a compatriot of mine, that is for sure. And we are going to be seeing, let's see, looks like a wall off here from Zentenk. An interesting wall off. He is going to be using his pylon as part of the wall here. So, I mean, it's not unstandard, let's put it that way. I mean, but usually what you see is people putting their pylon in the back like this, and then like their gateway here and their cybernetics core here, and then they can block this little spot here with a zealot. But that's okay. It looks like he will be completing a fairly nice wall in. He can block this little area here, looks like, with one zealot. So nicely done. Tox, nothing yet. Looking to fast expand, it seems. Interesting. There goes the fast expand. Hatchery is down for Tox. Alright, and there goes the spawning pool and the gas for Tox, so he is going to be probably doing his standard opener we've seen several times. Ooh, almost getting a snipe on that little probe, lucky probe there. That's fine. Alright, there's the wall in, looking pretty solid here. We do have a zealot on the way for Zentenk. And the blocking zealot here, so pretty standard here for both players so far. Except we do have double gas here for Zentenk, so I'm interested to see if he's going to be teching off this or just going for extra sentries. We'll see what the case is going to be. He's definitely going to be starting his warp gate tech here. Half expect to see some chrono. He is nearly at 100%. There he goes. There goes the chrono. Couple Zerglings out on the field for Tox right now, looking pretty solid. We do have Queens on the way as well, and Metabolic Speed Boost is started. Looks about 10%, maybe 15%. And going to be cruising across the field here. It looks like he's going to try and gather some information, check for holes potentially. We'll see what he is going to do with these couple Zerglings. Not a death force, that's for sure. It's only 3 of them, so probably just going to be gathering some decent information here. Does not see an expand. Of course, it's only 5 minutes into the game. And off they go. Did see the sentry right away. Did see cybernetics core being chronoed, so good stuff there. 3 gates so far. Uh-oh, we might see some hidden tech here for Zentenk. Interesting placement there for that pylon. Maybe going for a 3-gate robo. We'll see what he's going to do. I kind of like a 3-gate robo these days against Zerg in a lot of ways. It makes for a good timing push with a couple of mortals. You can really do a lot of damage, especially if their main defense is spine crawler. So if you see somebody going like old school Spanishi Wa style on you, where they're defending with queens and I'm trying to read the sentence that he sent me. Hey, if we win a game and your opponent, what is he saying? Oh, I can't read it. My message on. That's okay. Let's go check it out. If we win a game and your opponent won, do you go back and play, or do we wait for everyone? Oh. I think I understand what he's saying. All right, Roachborn for Tox. First game of the night's always tough because I'm the only admin really when it comes down to it, so I need as much help from my other admins as possible, but a lot of people always just come to me, which is to be expected, but not bad stuff. Looks like Tox is going to be cruising out across the field here to see what's going on. He is going to see this expand. Almost losing all of those Zerglings. One of them barely getting away with 9 HP, now 10. Boy, they regenerate pretty fast, those little buggers. Let's take a look at units tab here for just a moment. My goodness, Tox is cruising. 45 drones, 27 probes. Phenomenal economy we've got here from Tox. And now he's cruising across the field here. Oh my goodness. Is he going to take this, or... Looks like he might, well, he's not going to be committing to an attack. I don't think this is quite enough Zerglings, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. No force fields, though, so... Oh, he's definitely going to have to back out there. Nice, utilizing that choke point there is really, really good play there by Zentenk. Let's take a look at units lost. Tox did come up the loser in that, not by too terribly much. I mean, he hasn't, like, put himself behind, I wouldn't say, quite in this matchup yet, especially if we take into account his economy, which is roaring. Let's take a look at income real quick. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't whistle in the microphone. That was probably really loud. But, yeah, I mean, he's double his opponent's economy at this point. Pretty solid. He is taking his third. This is really nice timing here. I like how methodically Tox plays when he gets on a roll, and he appears to be on a roll. We've got an infestation pit going down right now. Double gas here, cruising out across the field again, taking a forward position here. I like how aggressive Tox is. I don't know if this is the right sized force to try and commit at this point. Yeah, he is definitely going to have to back out here. But I do like that he's staying aggressive. The one thing that he is doing is forcing his opponent, who is behind in the economy, to dedicate a lot of his funds to building up an army here. So, I mean, this is good play from Tox. I mean, he's definitely going to be increasing his lead here, I would say, and I'm definitely putting him ahead in this matchup right now. Now this force for him growing just a little bit. He's looking pretty solid. His third is up and running now, so he's going to be 3 base, solid 3 base right now to a solid 2 base. Now, I mean, as Protoss, they can kind of sit back and make things happen off 2 base potentially, but at this point, he's going to have to be very, very careful here, Zentenk. So, I mean, let's see what he's teching to. Ooh, look at this. Twilight Council going down. Didn't hide any tech back there. Another gateway here. He has completed +1 attack, so that's going to be helpful. Tox doesn't have any upgrades quite yet, but he has started +1/+1 for missile. That is going to be for the roaches and potentially some hydras. We'll see. And for the infested Terran, too, actually, so that's not bad. Nice work there. Tox not dedicating too many of his roaches to the attack. Going to be backing out here, just harassing his opponent, forcing him to get more fighting units here. This is really good play. I like this quite a bit. Units tab's going to show that 49 drones to 35 probes. So Zentenk has been keeping on top of his probe production here, but he's still a little bit of disparity there in the incomes. And Tox is pretty solid on 3 base. So I mean, this I'd say Tox definitely ahead in this matchup right now. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to win. I mean, this is a pretty scary army here with +1 attack on those Stalkers and the Immortals. And the Immortals and Stalkers both do extra damage to Armored, which, as we all know, a Roach is an armored unit. And you can see there, look at that, 55 damage to a Roach. Boom. long as you can keep those immortals alive, man, they do a lot of damage. Stalkers do 15 damage to the roaches, so really, really nice. Good looking army here by Zentenk. Going to be getting out more immortals. I like this play. I think that he's making a good decision here against this roach heavy army of Tox. He's just going roach ling really at this point. He has teched to infester, but it looks like he did that just to get his lair down, so, or I mean his hive, but he hasn't done it yet, so we'll see what he's going to do here. I haven't seen any infestors come out. Oh, there's 5 of them on the way, so I spoke too soon. We are going to see some infester play. Looking pretty solid, but Zentenk going to be moving out. He does have 2 immortals in this army, a lot of stalkers. Tox does catch wind of this. Looks like he is going to be ready to engage this right now. Going to see some fungal growths here, I assume. Good force fielding there. Keeping these infestors out of the battle for just a moment. Going to have to be backing up here for Tox, though. Good attack there by Zentenk. Very, very solid. Tox going to have a little bit of work cut out for him here for defense. Continuing to cast these fungal growths, doing a pretty good job cleaning this up, and very, very nice defense there by Tox. My goodness. Well done, buddy. And now Tox in a roaring position. Good micro here from both players. Zentenk trying to back out frantically, but doing as much damage as he can on his way out. Tox now in a commanding army position. Look at all these roaches he's got. +1/+1 is now complete. +2/+2 is on the way. Solid play here by Tox. It looks like he is going to be taking this down. If he plays his cards correctly, he is definitely ahead in this matchup. Definitely ready to and poised and ready to be taking this down. Units tab is going to show 67 drones rather to 41 probes. Solid economy here from Tox. He can basically expand at will right now. Look, I love how he's got good map control, watching his back door the best that he can. He did he scout this? He's definitely going to know about it now. So here comes the defense. These roaches going to be getting the flank. But this army cruising in here, going to be doing quite a bit of damage, making Tox pull his drones. Look at that! These stalkers coming in from behind, taking out a couple of those drones. But Tox cleaning this force up pretty good. This is not going to put Tox too far behind at this point. I mean, yeah, that's pesky, but you know what? He has got a roaring economy. Going to be sending those guys right back to work. There they go. I would half expect to see Tox taking another expand here at this point. This is the only thing, is every now and then we see Tox start feeling like he's ahead and then stop expanding the way that he should. But he does have a good forward position here with these roaches. We'll kind of follow these guys just for a minute. See what they're going to be doing. Taking out these destructible debris, opening up the center of this map, which is exactly what you want to do against a Protoss player. The Protoss player really likes to play in chokes, if at all possible. And so if you deny them those chokes there, then that can be pretty good stuff for you. Uh-oh, what is this? How did he get in there? I didn't even see that. But Tox going to be cleaning this up yet again. But my goodness, Zentenk being very, very pesky, keeping Tox moving back and forth with his army. So very, very nice play here by Zentenk. This is exactly what you want to do to get back into this game. He did take out all of these mining drones here at the main, it looks like. Trying to figure out how they got in there. I didn't see either. Pretty funny. But there goes another expansion for Tox. So he is sitting in pretty decent shape. The main for Zentenk is almost mined out. This is going to be problematic for Zentenk because he doesn't have a real safe way to expand at this point. He keeps losing his army, so he's going to have to really macro up an army here before he can expand safely. He is going to go ahead and try and take this one down. Oh, he's taken 2, but this is definitely being scouted by Tox, and the nice thing for Tox is that he can just toss away some Zerglings to take this out at this point, because I mean, what's the big deal for him to lose a couple units? And the best case scenario really is that Zentenk's army gets completely out of position to try and defend it, and away we go. But down goes that one. Tox not going up here quite yet. I don't think he scouted this. We better check his vision. He has not seen that one. But it looks like he's going to be cruising in. This is a pretty substantial Roach army here. We do have +2/+2 for these guys. Did see that finishing on our production tab. We do have +3 on the way for both the missile and the carapace. Brutal, brutal stuff. Neural parasite, carapace. I mean, the works. He's got tunneling claws on the way as well. Yet another harassment after harassment here. Boy, this warp prism's sure doing a lot of work. Keeping Tox on his back. My goodness. Nicely done here by Zentenk. The trouble is that, I mean, these bases are going to be mined out here fairly shortly. This is nice. There he's going. Finally getting this other expansion up and running. Got some guys just kind of sitting here. Need to get these guys back to work somewhere. But Tox in great position still. I mean, even with all of these drops that are being extremely difficult for him to deal with, Tox is in great shape in this game still. So he just, as long as he keeps his head cool, he should be just fine. Stargates. This is a good tech switch here, I think, by Zentenk. I mean, he's doing the work to get back into this game. We've got to admit that this gentleman is putting in a very, very good amount of work to try and make this happen. So nicely done for him. And Tox looks like he is ready to end this one, so he's going to leave a couple units in the back, going to try and move out across the map here with this Death Force, and he has got a lot of +3/+3 roaches. These are going to be extremely difficult to deal with. Here comes the attack right now. Good control here by Tox. Nice, nice micro. Neural Parasite on the Colossus. Brutal, brutal, brutal. And Zentenk going to be in a lot of trouble here. ToxLonely going to be doing an inordinate amount of damage. This is probably too big of a force, I mean, especially for Zentenk to deal with at this point, but he didn't even need all of this, really, to be honest. I mean, this is just a humongous force here. Maybe a little bit of overkill there with the Infested Terrans, but that is okay. It's always fun to see a million Infested Terrans be cast all at once in one spot. But pretty fun stuff. Look at all these Infested Terran. More and more of them up on the high ground. All the unit producing structures for Zentenk are about to go down. We do have a couple Void Rays, but I mean, I don't know. It's probably too little too late, and these Infested Terran will probably be able to handle them. Yeah, look at that. Those Void Rays are going to go down. And there's the GG from Zentenk. My goodness. First time we got to see Zentenk, and he had to go up against Tox, who we all know and love. But congratulations to Tox. He will be moving on in the tournament. We hope to see Zentenk next week. Like his manners, like his playstyle. Really, really fun stuff. He really put in a lot of work there. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab. Always alt StarCraft. We'll see you guys next time.